Good morning, children. Today we are starting with the DMAT account. The DMAT account or dematerialization of securities. This is a process by which physical shares, certificates are converted to an equivalent number of securities in electronic form. That is to say that whatever shares, the hard copies of the shares are converted into electronic form. So you have to make an account that is termed as a DMAT account. Okay, so DMAT account refers to an account which an Indian citizen must open with the depository participant bank. The depository participants are bank, stockbrokers, to trade in listed securities in electronic form, wherein one can hold shares of various companies in dematerialized or electronic form. This is what is DMAT account. Okay, so here the depository participant is the bank or the stockbroker, where the stockbrokers will help you to create an account that is termed as a DMAT account, and this will help you channelize your shares, convert them into electronic form. So we are not much interested in the procedures, okay, but still DMAT procedures you can see here. Investors or beneficiaries, that is whoever is purchasing, fills in DMAT request. Okay, that is dematerialization process initiated to the depository regarding the request. So the depository can be a bank or a stock broker. DP submits the certificate to the registrar of issuer company. Registrar confirms the dematerialization request from depository. Dematerialization of the certificate is done. Then the certificates are seen, and finally registration is updates account and informs depository regarding completion of dematerialization. So just like a simple process, the person is going to request for a DMAT account to the depository participants, okay, and that can be a bank or it can be a stock exchange, and they will get the certificate from the that is, or they will give the request to the issuer company, and the request will be that is accepted, and finally it will be made. Okay, so this is it, but you just need to know the DMAT account. What is the DMAT account? Okay, we don't have to, in the syllabus we don't have the process. Okay, so just know DMAT account is converting of shares into electronic form. Okay, so next, Securities and Exchange Board of India. So it is a very important, all this while we have been talking about this institution, SEBI, which was established by the Indian government in 1988 under the administrative control of the finance minister. So SEBI was set up to perform three functions: regulatory function, development functions, protective functions. So SEBI, why was it established? In 1980, the capital market witnessed a tremendous growth due to increasing participation of the public. The expansion investors population resulted in variety of malpractices, that is wrong practices by the company, broker, etc. So that is why the establishment of the SEBI, so that work in the stock market or stock exchange is done in a lawful manner. That is why the SEBI was established, to keep a vigilance on these stock brokers, okay, or stock exchange as well. So here you can have a look why it was established. Okay, so after this, children, you will have everything that you have, everything I'll be reading out from here. So it is better that you read it for some time. I'll just stop the video. You can just see it or copy it somewhere, okay, and you can see it, because SEBI is something that you're already knowing. In your syllabus, you are having the functions, objectives of SEBI. regulatory functions of SEBI, registration of broker and sub-broker and other players in the market. This is regulatory. Registration of collective investment schemes and mutual funds. Regulation of stock bankers, portfolio exchange, underwriters. We have already talked about underwriters many times, okay. Merchant bankers, business in stock exchange. Then regulation of take orders, bills of company. So these are the regulatory things that you need to mug up, okay. Then development functions, training intermediaries of security market, conducting research, undertaking measures to develop the capital market by adapting flexible approach. Then the protective functions. These functions aim to protect the interest of the investors. So prohibition of fraudulent, unfair trade practices like making misleading statements, manipulations, etc. Controlling insiders trading, undertaking steps for investigators, etc. So these are the protective measures, okay. So all these things you need to mug up, okay. So even if I speak, you are not going to remember it, okay. So these are hardcore, that is theory that you need to mug up, okay. So this is, I think, the last thing is organizational structure of SEBI. That is, after becoming a statutory body, there has been considerable expansion in the range and scope of activities of SEBI. SEBI head office is in Mumbai and has opened regional office in Kolkata, Chennai, Delhi in order to attend investors' complaint. SEBI also performs 2 advisory committees: primary market advisory committee, secondary market advisory committee. So these are the 2 committees under SEBI. Objectives of the 2 committees, just see it, but again this is for extra knowledge. So what is there in the syllabus, just see in the syllabus and accordingly you must study, okay. So thank you all of you. This is the end of this chapter, okay. Thank you all of you.